And thank you so much, Ana. Well, with the number of Latino students growing at CPS and really around the country, the question becomes, how do you get more of them to graduate high school? That is the focus of a new campaign by the Ford Fund. It's called Ford Driving Dreams Tour. And we're going to explain what that means with two folks that we've got here today, two gentlemen, Joe Avila, who is with the Ford Fund, and also Dr. Juan Andrade. You know him well by now. He's with the USHLI. Thank you to the two of you for coming in. I appreciate it.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
This is a great partnership because you've got Ford Fund, who's going to be donating the dollars, and you've got the kids that need the help. So how did this partnership come about? Let's start there. And I'll begin with you, Juan.
Okay. Well, Joe and I have known each other for some years now, and when he assumed this position at Ford and Motor Company, that it was just, we connected again and about what we do and what they would like to do, and it was a good match, a good fit. Chicago is a perfect place to do it, and to do this partnership, you know, because the partnerships between corporate and community is extremely important. The best way to penetrate, you know, the community is through a partnership like with Ford Motor Fund and USHLI.
All right, so let's get to it, how this is going to work. It's called, and I want to make sure I get the name right, Ford Driving Dreams Tour. What does it mean for maybe a parent who has a high school kid, a student in school right now? What do they need to do?
Well, this is a program that is part of our education strategy, right? The Ford Fund is the philanthropic arm of Ford Motor Company. So when you hear Ford, we're not selling cars here. We're talking about how we're going to motivate your students, especially the Hispanic and Latino students, to stay in high school, graduate in high school, and pursue higher education. So if you're a parent that are listening today, is how can you be engaged to motivate your students or your teenager to be sure that they pursue their dreams? That's why we call it the Ford Driving Dreams Tour. This is a program that we started back in 2012.
Because you've done it in other cities, and so this is the first time you bring it to Chicago.
Correct. This component of the program. As part of the whole Ford Driving Dreams campaign, we have also a partnership with LULAC, besides USHLI, that we have been investing more than $1.4 million in educational resources. That includes college preparation, mentoring programs, after-school activities to keep the students engaged, and scholarships.
Yeah, the big component of this is scholarships. So if you're a kid watching this, how do you take advantage of this? I'm told that maybe they have to write an essay, which is not the favorite part of this probably for a lot of those students, but that's a key component.
Yeah, there is actually 4 components in the program. And this week we just spent the whole week here in Chicago. We were able to visit 7 different high schools, and we are impacting thousands of students. So the first component is a motivational pep rally with one of the great motivational speakers that through the partnership with U.S. Hispanic Leadership Institute, Dr. Andrade, we're able to find. His name is Roy Juarez. He's a young, vibrant, motivational speaker that he's just speaking up from his heart and his brain, but he actually went through very difficult times and he overcame everything thanks to education. We provide a $5,000 grant to the school to continue motivational activities, especially after school programs, take the students to visit the colleges so they can see how it looks like.
That's great.
And prep materials to go to college. So the third component is an essay contest. We call it What Drives Your Dream and What Is Your Dream? And this is key because for some of these students, unfortunately, it's the first time that they get serious about, okay, what's going to be my future? What is my dream?
Gets them to think about it.
And this also becomes, and Dr. Andrade can explain this very well, and how important is this, is their statement. And this statement can be part of an essay college application or even a scholarship application. And the fourth component is the scholarships. And for the essay contest... Tell
me the dollars, because I love to hear that. What kind of scholarships are we talking about?
Well, for these specific 7 high schools, we're going to provide $25,000 for the essay contest winners, and this ranks, you know, gift certificates from $100 to $500 plus a grand prize of $5,000 scholarship. Now, each high school is going to receive a $10,000
on top of the $5,000 they're already receiving
a scholarship, just for scholarships, exclusive for the seniors of the that high school.
Yeah, this is a big commitment, and I think it's very important. And Dr. Andrade, you and I have talked in the past, and one of the key things that I take away from my conversations with you is that you've told me Latinas, young Latina girls are doing great when it comes to graduating high school and moving on to college. Where we're seeing the problem is with young men, Latino men.
Mm-hmm.
So how is this going to help? What are we doing to address that, to get more of these kids to not only graduate high school, but go on to college?
Well, the scholarships are extremely important because the studies have found that the number one reason why students, Latino students, are not able to complete college once they get there is money. Yeah. And so when Joe is talking about $50,000 in scholarships going to students right here in the Chicago schools, this is an enormous benefit to these students to help them see that it is available. If you apply, if you fill out the applications, fill out that personal statement that right now it can be that driving dreams, essay. That then, because that's what people who read these scholarship applications look at. Do you really know why you want to go to school? Do you really know why you need a scholarship? Do you know what you want to do with your education? All that is put into that personal statement, which in this case is that driving dreams essay. So it's extremely important. But yes, more Latinos are going to college now than ever before. And this is just a phenomenon that we've never, ever seen before. The problem is that it's mostly girls that are going to college.
Why is that? It just baffles me.
It's a cultural shift because it used to be the boys that were encouraged to go and the girls stay behind and find something else to do, get a job doing something. But now the girls are, apparently the young ladies in our community are getting that encouragement from home, from their parents, from their teachers,
which
their
is
counselors.
Great. I'm all about girl power.
Oh,
you know?
absolutely.
But yeah, we need the boys to go on to college
absolutely.
too.
Because it's women that are more active in the community as well than men. As I have seen, more Latinas are registered to vote than men. More Latinas turn out to vote than men. More Latinas get involved in campaigns than men. So it's women that are really driving this. Can you imagine with an education how much further and how much faster we could move? It's young Latinas that are really going to drive the future in this country. And this Driving Dreams tour just gives them that advantage, another way to pursue that. Our young men, though, need to catch up, need to wake up. That if you want to marry a smart Latina, go to college. That's where you're going to find them. Yes. Find them. And find a way to also get involved in pursuing post-secondary education or training.
Okay. So if we want to get involved in this, do we have to go to the conference that's coming up that you've got in February, the USHLI conference, or can any kid really apply to be a part of this?
Yes, it helps if you go to our national conference in February, but let me tell you, the easy way is to go to ushli.org. ushli.org, click on Student Resources. That gives you access to a directory of scholarships that are available, for students, and then you can find the one that appeals to you. Say, I'm going to go for this, I'm going to try this one or try that one. Studies have found that it takes about 17 different scholarships to fund your education. And they're there. There's hundreds, literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of scholarships that are available today that didn't exist
without being used because people don't know about them.
Exactly. Yeah. A lot of scholarships go to people who it wasn't intended for, but because no one else applied, they give it to those individuals who apply. If we can convince young Latino students, men and boys and girls, that scholarships are there, if you will apply. If you will apply, you will find, well, mom and dad can't afford it. Mom and dad doesn't have to pay for this. You don't have to pay for this.
Right.
The financial resources are there. Click on that. And go to ushli.org, click on Student Resources, and you'll see a list of scholarships.
All right, he does a good job of promoting it. And then we can also go to comunidad.com for the Ford Fund to get information on that. Is that right? Did I get that website right?
Yeah, actually, if you want to learn more about the educational opportunities, is forscholars.org/driving dreams.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, gentlemen. We appreciate it.